Clap. Welcome back, you guys. It's been a while. Been a really long time.
It's been more than 1 week since you looked at me.
We kind of left you guys on a cliffhanger last we spoke.
Hard cliffhanger.
Hard
We left you in the
cliffhanger
middle of a season.
right in the middle of the season, but that's okay. Don't worry about it, you guys. We're gonna just fast forward to the future real
The
quick.
traders called and we responded to the call.
We answered the call. That's fact. So what we're gonna do here, first of all, we're gonna introduce Sofa Survivors.
Wham bam bam.
Yep, the Survivor recap show. We're gonna be going through season 50, episode 1 today. But before we do that, we're gonna introduce ourselves. I'm Tom Sofa,
I'm Mike Tomato.
and let's real quick just hit the cast. I don't have too much information on everybody, just their names and what seasons they were in. And it'll that way you can kind of connect some dots. I might say a tidbit about each player that I kind of feel worth saying about. And we'll just go from there. First, we got Jenna Lewis Dougherty. She was on season 1 and season 8. Do you remember Jenna?
I barely remember Jenna.
Her thing was
She ate
eating
the
the
rat.
rat. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much the only thing that she was known for. She was chill. She was fine. Next we got Colby Donaldson. He was on season 2, season 8, and also season 20.
Jesus.
And now he's about to be on 50. So he's pretty much been through all of Survivor.
Through the eras, it seems.
Pretty crazy. Then we got Stephanie LaGrossa Kendrick. Season 10, 11, and 20. Steph.
Our girl Steph.
Our girl Steph. Correct. The only one to be, on her own tribe at a time.
True. And she looks great for her age.
She kicks butt.
Looks great.
Sari Fields. She was on season 12, 16, 20, 34, Australia versus the World, and Traders.
But she's later. She's like later season.
12 was her first.
That's pretty late in the game.
Not when
And then
you're on
compared to 50, I guess. Yeah.
Ozzy Luth. Season 13, 16, 23, and 34.
He looks much older.
He sure does, doesn't he? Benjamin Wade Coach.
Coach also is showing his age.
Season 18, 20, and 23. And now 50.
Because they were on the season that we stopped midway through to do traders.
Yeah,
That's
season
the only
18.
way I know them.
Correct. Wait. Wait, we were doing 23 then. Yeah, they're on 23 together. Aubrey Bracco, who was on season 32, 34, and 38. Late season broad.
Yeah.
Chrissy Hoffbeck, season 35. She's like a player favorite. She just had only one season. Christian Hubecki, season 37. My all-time favorite player, probably.
Really?
One of them, yeah.
Wow.
I think he's very entertaining.
That's high praise.
Angelina Keeley.
Is that the guy who collected all the idols?
No.
No. Okay.
No, that's Rick Devens.
That's Rick.
And we're going to talk about Rick Devens.
Okay.
I got a lot to say about Rick Devens.
Oh, okay.
Christian Hubecki, though, love him. He is
I don't remember name at this point.
He was on it's okay. You're going to. In his season, there was an episode where he had the slide puzzle, and he did it in record time, faster than anybody's ever done it, pretty much. And
what does he look like?
He's kind of got the frog eyes. He talks kind of nerdy. He's tight with Rick Devens, the guy that you were talking about.
Okay.
The Georgia guy. The weatherman.
Yeah.
But after he quickly did this slide puzzle, like I said, way faster than anybody else, he's like, it really wasn't fair because I took a class on slide puzzles when he's the man.
Good for him.
He's a beast. Next is Angelina Keeley, season 37. This girl's known for, they voted out this older lady, and Angelina's like, can I have your jacket? As she's like leaving. And after they voted this chick out, Angelina asked can I have your jacket because it's cold? Like, can I have it because you don't have to stay out here anymore?
Well,
And she just ignored her and kept walking.
oh, well, I also
So-
respect that.
Next is Mike White, season 37, also with Christian and Angelina. They were all on the same season. 3 players from this season.
Wow.
It was a very popular season.
Must be.
And supposedly Christian Hubicki might have been a background character in one of the episodes of White Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly.
Yeah, allegedly he brought in a lot of his like Survivor
Not
people.
alleged, he did.
In
Alleged.
the Italian season, the 3 women in the beginning are from Survivor. I learned.
Oh yeah. Next we got Jonathan Young, season 42. You love Jonathan.
Oh, so hot. So hot. He's the only eye candy this entire season.
Yeah. D. Valadores, season 45. She's the only winner I've said so far. Nobody else has won that I've mentioned.
I don't like when winners come back so frequently. If you won season 2, fine, you can come back. But if you won like season 35, get the fuck out of here.
My point is they brought back no winner from like the first winner they bring back is from season 45.
That's ridiculous to me.
There were 45 other winners that they could have brought back before they brought.
Why not
back their
Richard?
first winner. He probably said no.
Oh, fair.
You know, like a lot of players are going to say no 25 years later.
Yeah, that's true.
Richard's got to be 60 maybe.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know?
It's a lot to do when you're in your 60s.
Richard's probably set. He probably got his $1 million, quietly invested it, kept doing his day job. You know, he probably just kept on.
Who knows?
Lived a very lush, chill life, I bet. Rick Devens, I already said on season 38. Rick Devens, first of all, he runs the official Survivor podcast.
Oh.
He's like a host.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna say it early. It's kind of weird that he's in this, in my opinion. He is a beloved Survivor character. So beloved that they made him a host of this podcast. And they put him in the show, which I don't totally love, personally.
I guess I can understand why they did it.
There's 751 players who played Survivor. Only 24 were chosen, one of which happens to be like, let's face it, like a TV plant. Like, I think he's a plant.
Okay, yeah. I can understand that.
Not only does he have experience on screen being a weatherman, okay, he also does, like, he has the inside track on the show.
Oh, like you think he gets like tea from the producers like off screen?
He spends time. What do you mean?
Like, I mean, does he live in Fiji?
He's tight with Jeff. He's on the podcast with Jeff.
Okay.
They're talking just like casually.
Oh, well.
They're close.
Okay, then there is bias.
It's biased.
Yeah.
Love Rick Devens though. You're gonna love him too. He's a great guy.
Okay. I'm curious of him because he seems something seems a little bit off kilter.
He's sus. It's sus that he's even on the show. Plain and simple. Like I said, Jonathan season 42, D season 45 winner. Emily Fippen also on season 45. Don't know too much about D or Emily. I probably flew through those seasons when I watched them. I do remember Jonathan being an absolute truck. Q Burdett. Q is hilarious. They, in Q's season of season 46, they used him as like all right, we're gonna vote him out. We're gonna actually vote him out, and then they blindsided somebody, and they did that 6 times.
Oh my god!
And so Q ended up being like final 4 or final 5.
Okay,
but he not a good player, but they just dragged him along and used him as a scapegoat shield for a long ass time.
All right, work. Love that.
Tiffany Irvin. Tiff and Q, like, Tiff was the one who was putting Q up and like kind of was in cahoots with him, but also like voting him out at the same time. Or like,
so not the mastermind, or
he was partially a mastermind in that.
Okay,
but there were Charlie also was in that season 46. So like 3 players from season 37, 2 from 45, 3 from 46. 3 players. Charlie, he came in second place.
Wow.
But when Charlie came in second place, he had somebody he was close to who literally was like, my kids are gonna meet you. Like
on the show?
Yeah, like my kids are gonna call you Uncle Charlie.
Oh.
Like they got really, really close.
Okay.
And they were like, I'm your ride or die type thing.
Yeah.
And then in the finale,
Betrayal.
she didn't vote for Charlie to win at all. She voted for a different girl named Kenzie. And Charlie lost because of that vote.
So not family.
It was crazy. Like I could not believe that she didn't vote for Charlie. They were like this. She was not close to Kenzie at all.
Okay. What was her argument?
She didn't have one.
Oh, okay.
I think she was just salty she wasn't there.
Well, name of the game.
Whatever. Then there's Genevieve Mushaluk from season 47. Genevieve was chill. She was just kind of like an outcast her entire season. She was able to get pretty far, but with strategy, and didn't do a good job of building emotion, so they voted her out. But I think she's a pretty likable character. I don't know. I kind of don't think that she necessarily deserved the comeback, but whatever. Camilla Carthagisu, season 48. Camilla was a beast. Next player is Kyle Frazier, also season 48, and he is the second winner.
Okay.
That we have. The reason that Camilla and Kyle, both season 48, they were together the entire time. They were in cahoots. They were
dynamic duo.
They were playing the middle of the game the entire time, and they were just swing voting onto the right side, and then swing voting to the right side every time. They did it the entire game, and then it got to the final 4 or final 5 maybe, and Camilla and Kyle agreed that only one of them should be able to make it to the final, because if they both make it, neither of them have a chance of winning.
So did they split the money?
No, they did not. Camilla ended up not making it, but Camilla asked Kyle through a lob across the plate question for Kyle to answer in the final tribal that opened the entire game wide open and pretty much forced everybody to vote for him because they didn't know that he had played the game that he did. It was like a quiet game.
Okay.
And it was rightfully won by Kyle. Also in that season was Joe Hunter, season 48. Joe came in third. The reason Joe came in third was because he was a challenge beast, but B, he did not fight for himself at all. He went out there and people were asking him questions, and his answer was, my game speaks for itself.
Oh, fuck that.
My game speaks for itself. You guys know me. You guys know what I did.
That's just lazy.
My game speaks for itself. I played an honorable game, and it speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's just lazy.
And I don't think he deserves to come back, but he was just very much liked amongst the Survivor fans at the time. But whatever. Rizzo Velovich from season 49. He was final 3 or final 4 in the last season. And Rizzo, good strategist, but as you could tell, just kind of loud and kind of annoying.
Yeah, he's very opinionated.
And I mean, you see it early in the show, but he doesn't do much around camp and just talk instead. Finally, we have Savannah Louie, who is the season 49 winner. She rightfully won. She had 4 individual immunities, and she was a beast. She earned it.
Okay.
And that's our cast. 24 players.
It's a lot. It is.
It's
a lot for only one to be attractive.
Well, you're primarily looking at the men, I would say, then.
No, I think the women included.
I think Dee's cute.
I don't remember what she looks like.
Latina.
Okay, sure.
Cute.
Yeah, but as the men go, just one.
Yeah, I mean,
Una vez. Which I went on
at
his
least there's one.
I went on his Instagram and I was like, I'm gonna find out if this guy is a doll. If the doll's the doll. And I couldn't tell. I think he's a heterosexual, but I have faith.
You never know. You never know.
Pasta's only straight until you boil it.
So season 50, episode 1 is called Epic Party.
Epic party. It's time to party.
We start this episode off with kind of like an epic rewind where they recap the last 25 years and how the game's changed. Supposedly the fans decide things. I wonder how true or false that actually is. And unfortunately, I'm going to say that like the fans decide. Well, they ask the fans obvious things that they're going to say yes to.
Yeah,
I think that's just my opinion. We'll go through it though. I talk about it. I bring it up. But they recap the last 25 years. Everybody comes in on a boat after the recap. They're screaming. They're wet. Jeff's hyping up the season.
Jeff is also showing his age.
Oh yeah. 751 people have played Survivor all time. I assume he's just talking US. And Jeff, he's like, Jenna, you were here at the first season. And then Jenna yells back at Jeff, you and I started this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of like, Jenna, did you start this? You started this?
It's putting more on her legacy than there actually
Jenna,
is.
you were part of the beginning, but you didn't start it. You can be part of the beginning without being a starter.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. But
Richard that would make sense if Richard said that.
Sure. The one thing we want in exchange for giving you this spot is everything. That's what Jeff wants.
I thought this one was so.
That's what Jeff wants.
I was so like, get me out. That's so cringe,
dude.
It was so
Jeff
cringe.
What he wants, man.
It was so cringe.
It was cringe. There were. I'll say it. A lot of cringe moments.
Yeah.
And then Coach, Jeff turns to Coach and he's like, "Come on, Coach, give us something." Coach says something and he finishes off with, "And let's go out and slay some dragons." The Dragon Slayer, what a beast! So good,
a legend.
And I'm gonna talk about my first major gripe with this episode. Did you have an early gripe? Do you want to talk about how the producers started off controlling the entire season from the beginning?
Well, my first gripe with the show,
did you catch it?
Was that the recap is too long.
Yeah, whatever.
I was annoyed by that.
That's an easy skip through. You don't have to watch that.
I didn't.
I don't need you to watch that. Whatever.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. So Jeff gets to a point where he's about to hand out the buffs that decide what tribe you're on. And I was upset to see that every single buff had each player's name already on it.
Okay.
So the colored buff determines what tribe you're on.
So the tribes were already predetermined.
The tribes were predetermined.
Okay.
And that's a fucking bummer.
I didn't necessarily have too much beef with that,
dude.
But I can understand for you as a fan.
It should be random.
Yeah.
I want it to be random.
Do you think at least the tribes were fair? I thought they broke out to be a little pretty fair.
We'll go over the tribes. That's the next thing that I'm about to go out because they're about to open up their buffs. But I do not like that. I think that, or like if they want to pick the tribes, I don't want to know that they pick the tribe. I don't.
Okay.
Don't put their names on it or put their names on it and tell them, listen, when you pick your thing, don't act like you're looking for your name, or like we'll line you up in the order that your buff is in. And you just grab down the row. Like,
yeah, but I feel like
rather that.
What happens, well, like what would happen if they made like a super tribe? That would not be so fun.
No, it would be fine. Then they have challenges that aren't all muscle. They have challenges that are mentally hard.
I don't know.
It's doable. They do it all the time. There are challenges that challenge like most of the time challenge beasts don't win Survivor. They most of the time don't. So that doesn't matter to me.
No, but I mean, like,
the integrity of the game.
There is some, I guess, like fairness when it comes to like going to tribal, right? If you're a team, you might not end up winning, but if you dominate every challenge, you're just going to stick around. It's not going to be totally the most enjoyable thing to watch everybody else go home.
I would rather them not bring back any challenge beat and have them randomize the buffs.
I think what they should have done is pick 3 winners, and then each winner chooses their team, their tribe.
That's interesting. Savannah, Kyle, and D. There were only 3 winners. Kyle, D, Savannah, all on different tribes.
Yeah.
Just so you know, they did that.
Yeah, but
they made sure of that.
Yeah, but if they were like team captain, they could have been able to pick out of the 24 or whatever.
So let's real quick just cross-reference. So they did that. There were 3 players from season 48. Joe, Kyle, Camilla. Kyle's on one team. Camilla's on one team. Joe's on another team. Should we do that again, maybe?
It makes sense. They're just trying to spread the love.
Mike White, Angelina, and Christian. Angelina, Mike White, Christian.
I mean, in that way,
they could not have more obviously done this.
Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious. But at this point, I think that's fine because then you don't have alliances already baked in. You got to work it.
You say that, but they also put Cirie and Ozzy on the same tribe. And they've played together before.
In how many seasons?
Cirie and Ozzy. Ozzy was on 13, 16, 23, 34. Cirie. 2 seasons they played together.
Okay.
So what do you have to say about that?
I'm not saying it's a perfect system.
It's not. It's not fair. Not fair. I'm not a fan of that. It should be random. It should be. And if Samantha and Rizzo happened to be on the same tribe, that would have been fine. And if Kyle and Camilla would have been on the same tribe and they had the opportunity to run the gambit like they did in another season, fine. Because if somehow they both make it to the merge, they can still reconnect there. There's no stopping that. And it's supposed to be a social experiment.
Right. I always thought that's so
random.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I feel strongly about it.
No, I get it.
Sorry to nitpick.
I get it. I get it.
I mean to, but it's important to me.
I guess I can just see both sides of it.
Oh, you can see both sides. Okay, Mr. Politician.
Yeah,
you're a jackass.
I'm a politician.
Anyway, I'm done nitpicking for now. I'll nitpick later. Let's just go through the tribe division. So there's 3 tribes. There's purple, which is Vatu. On the Vatu tribe, there's Genevieve, Q, Rizzo, Steph, Aubrey, Colby, Angelina, and Kyle. On the teal tribe, the teal tribe is called Kahlo. There's Coach, Camilla, Charlie, Tiff, D, Jonathan, Mike, and Chrissy. On the orange tribe, which is Sela, there's Devins, Savannah, Cirie, Joe, Jenna, Ozzy, Christian, Emily. I have a gripe. I have another gripe about the tribe decision. We will get to it, though. We will get to it. Bear with us. I'm not going to get into it yet. Like I said, I'm done griping for now.
Right.
But I have one.
Okay.
And I'm not going to bring it up. I'm
going to
time it right.
I think I'm going to root for Kahlo most of the time.
So that's what I wanted to do really quick. Is before you tell me that you're going to vote for Callow. Okay, you can vote for Callow. Callow's your crew.
Yeah, because I like Mike White. They got my eye candy, and
Mike White, Jonathan,
I don't really care who else is there. But
and they have Coach. You love Coach.
yeah, Coach is cringe, and I
You love
appreciate that.
Coach. Okay, that's awesome. I am Stila Tribe. Stila Tribe.
Sela Tribe.
They got my guy Christian. Christian
Oh,
Hubecki.
okay. I was gonna say bold choice after watching the first episode.
I like Christian Hubecki. Plain and simple.
Okay.
But I would also like to go through each tribe and name maybe one or two players that you think are going to get the furthest, just based on your first episode watching.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck you. Vatu tribe: Genevieve, Q, Rizzo, Steph, Aubrey, Colby, Angelina, Kyle. And I know that there are some things that you know after this first episode.
Yeah.
But don't ruin it. Just don't guess those per people.
Okay. I'll pick 2 from each tribe, I guess.
Okay.
Just to make that easier. I don't know names. So like
Genevieve, here, take my iPad and just put an M next to the 2, but say 'em to the thing, the mic.
I think. This is just gonna be random because I don't.
No, don't be random.
Well, no, I'm not.
You just don't even remember.
Yeah, it's
Is that
just
the problem.
The problem is I don't really remember everybody's name.
Okay, that's fine. If you're not sure, just say who's this person, and I'll try to remind you who they are.
I know, like I remember Rizzo because he was annoying.
Yeah.
And then Colby, I remember him because he was the one that's saying Rizzo was annoying.
Older guy, plastic surgery.
And I know Steph. I think Steph will go far.
Okay.
I'll give Steph an M.
Okay.
And then, like, I really can't say much about Kyle or Q or Genevieve because they didn't really get that much screen time compared.
Genevieve got a shit ton of screen time, but I hear you. That's fine.
So
that's okay.
I'll just stick with Steph.
That's okay. Just one. Perfect. Yeah, okay.
I'll do that one.
My turn.
Oh, okay.
I want to know your other ones too, but we're gonna go one at a time here. On the purple crew, I'm going to say that I think Colby's going to go far for playing, clean. And I want to root for Steph with you, and I'm going to, but I don't think she's going to go as far as I think Genevieve. I think Genevieve she's got this like I said earlier, she's going to try to focus on relationship as her strategy, and last game she focused on strategy, so I think if she does them both, I think she's going to go really far.
Okay.
I really, really do. Heel Tribe, Paolo, pens in there should be easy to find.
Okay.
And if you don't know who somebody is, ask me. That's okay. Seriously.
Well, I know
the people don't know too yet.
I know Mike and Jonathan are not going to win.
But they still could go.
But they go like far.
What 2 are you pretty confident are going to make merge? If you had to guess, I know you don't. Oh,
make merge. Okay.
Like that's just like get far enough in the game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put Jonathan then.
Okay. You think Jonathan's going to make merge?
I think he'll make the merge,
even though he might be a target because he's. But that's okay. He might be a target though.
No, they need him.
They might need him, but they might want to get him out while they can.
No, they need him. And then Coach. I think Coach is also going to go far.
Yeah, I think those are 2 fun choices. For the teal squad, for Kahlo. I don't think Charlie's gonna get that far. I know D's not gonna get that far. Chrissy's not. Mike's not. I'm gonna say Camilla. And I'm gonna root for Coach with you. Not gonna go against the grain there. Who's gonna get far there?
Okay.
In Sela, Orange Tribe.
See, I feel like Ozzy is like the obvious choice.
You think it's obvious he is because of how this first episode went?
But I'm not going to do that.
Interesting.
I'm going to go with Suri.
Suri to get far. Wow.
Because I think she can. She's a baddie.
It's crazy. I love it.
And then... can't read the first one. What's that name? Devin?
Rick Devens,
Devins?
the weatherman,
Oh,
the guy on the inside.
yeah, he's a hack, so I'll put him in there too.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I can't.
I think that's a safe call. He's got the inside track, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm obviously gonna vote for Christian as my who I'm rooting for, and then I'm also gonna go with Devins just because he's got the inside track, and I'm so confident in that. I swear to God he's gonna make it far because of that. Producers want him there for a while, at least to make Merge. So
Well, and then you have to think about all the content that he can make for Survivor after the show. Too.
oh my God,
So there's strategy there.
yeah. So that's a fun little thing to do. So let's just talk about a couple things that the fans voted on that Jeff mentioned. And it's stupid fucking thing to vote on. Do they get rice at the beginning or no? 53 said no, they don't get rice, and 47% said yes. I don't believe that.
I don't either.
I bet it was like 80-20.
I also think so.
I bet most people said no. I think that was stupid. And that's a stupid thing to vote on. Everybody's going to vote that they want them to play a more older style version of Survivor, in my opinion. Will the players have to work for supplies? This one was 60% yes, they're going to, 40% no.
Why is that even a question?
Of course the people are going to vote for them to work for the supply.
Yeah, because it's called a show.
Yeah. Let's just give it to them.
What? Like that, that's when I was like, what are these, what is this?
It's called Survivor. You're supposed to survive. It's supposed to be tough. Not here, let me help you out here.
I feel like it's like going to become like brand deals soon. It's like, you are now going to get
they already do brand deals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, they do like Chili's and they do like stuff like that.
I know, but I'm thinking it would be more like, today, this challenge is brought to you by Michelin tires.
Oh, they've done like Verizon and stuff.
Yeah,
like they do that. But yeah, okay. I hear you. They've already sold out times 50.
Yeah.
First challenge. First person to go, or first you got to go under a bar that's in a sand to get a key. Okay. One person uses the key to release paddles. 2 players have to unload the rope from the boat. Then 2 players paddle into the ocean to get the torch. Then bring the torch back. The last 2 players have to get another key that's dangling to unlock their torch. Then they have to race to the finish to light the torch. Winner gets fire in the form of flint. And I will say solid first challenge. Very Survivor.
Yeah, it's a classic Survivor challenge.
Everybody kind of had their part.
I will give Survivor credit where Traitors lacks, where I feel like Survivor, at least these challenges have layers and they're dynamic.
They do tend to maintain integrity a little bit better.
Yeah, Traitors, where their challenges, that was bunk.
We'll see though. Give it time. There will be one-offs. I will have gripes.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
Vatu has the lead pretty much the entire time, and they win.
Yeah, because Steph killed it in the very beginning. She made those girls her bitch.
For real. Each tribe has to pick one person to fight for supplies. Coach gets picked, Ozzy gets picked, and Q gets picked. 3 exciting players, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought those were good choices by each tribe.
So one thing I want to note about Q is Q got so bored. When you see Q wearing his sweater around his waist, that's the Q zip. Q made like a joke that he was going to invent like a skirt sweater thing. I don't know. And it's just a thing that he did. It was big in his season. It was because he was kind of like a derp. He was kind of silly.
So he just wrapped his sweater shirt.
Don't worry about it. Never mind. I shouldn't have brought it up. That was stupid. That was stupid of me.
Like you're at Disneyland or some shit. You just gotta
watch it. Don't worry about it. Never mind. My fault. Sorry. The listener will know because they're diehard Survivor fans.
You're right. I know nothing. Call me Jon Snow.
And I just wrote, please give me less Rizzo.
Less
Give me less Rizzo early on.
I would also agree with that. I was annoyed by him very early on.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was the edit or if that's actually who he is.
I think it's who he is.
That sucked.
Vaatu arrives to their bonfire and people connect and reconnect. Steph and Colton have good history. Steph and Colton, they were on the same season. They played a season together. Still let them be on the same tribe though. Angelina says to Kobe, you've got to pace yourself. And Kobe responds, this is my pace.
I'm a man.
Colby says Rizzo's annoying as hell because he avoids work at every moment while everyone else is setting up the camp. Over at Kahlo, everyone is hyped to have Jonathan on the tribe. Mike White asks if he's a giant. And he goes, B5. Oh. He's kind of funny.
He's a big guy.
He's huge.
He's a big guy out there. He's got really big pecs.
Yeah. Mike then takes his shirt off and boom, 6-pack.
I know, Mike.
There's eye candy for you aside from shit, man.
Well,
Don't come on, don't shame him.
No, Mike, you look great. You look great.
Come on now.
I'm sure he actually probably did go on like a pretty intense like fitness regimen before the show.
Yeah, he's probably one of the only ones.
Like he trained.
Wasn't already on one.
Yeah, he probably actually trained for the show.
Yeah,
because I feel like you have to.
I would for sure. Mike finds Dee and Charlie and pretty much asks them to look after him. He says, Dee, will you look after old grandpa?
Right.
And make sure grandpa doesn't have any food in his teeth.
Mike, he says early on his strategy is to just kind of like be a follower.
Yeah, he's like, I want to coast and enjoy my vacation.
I love that.
So Mike.
Such a vibe. Such a vibe.
See the tribe, they get together to decide where they want their shelter. Savannah then spills the season 49 tea and she gets the crew, or she tells the crew she won. And it's kind of crazy. She's playing 2 weeks after she just finished.
That's insane. That's okay. So it's very similar. Like Drag Race has done similar things where a girl has competed on the most recent season and then jumped to the most recent season of All Stars.
Yeah.
To which, I mean, it's a totally different show from Survivor, but in the Drag Race sense, like you have to now compile thousands, like $50,000, if not $100,000 worth of looks.
Yeah.
For All Stars.
Right.
Survivor, you just, I don't know, stay healthy for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
but that is insane. That's a long time to be in Fiji.
Yeah, Savannah went ahead and won $1 million and was like, give me 2 weeks, I'll run it back.
Right, let me do it again. I guess, yeah. She's got money to burn.
Got a little bit of money to burn, and doesn't have to worry about rent for the next month.
Period.
And a half. They probably let her just stay in Fiji.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks. She probably just stayed, ate food, chilled out, probably hung out on the beach, and then right back out there.
Hung out with the cast and crew.
Yeah.
I'm sure she got a good vacation.
Then we meet Jenna. Jenna instantly starts playing the game hard. She's worried about Cirie's story. I hate this part of Survivor. This is the new age Survivor. This is how you know Jenna never stopped watching the show because she is so diehard Survivor. She is so in it that she's like worried about everybody's story. She is more a fan than a player at this point in her life.
Like their personal life story?
She's worried that Cirie has been on 5. This is her 5th season. She's been on Traitors. She's been on Australia versus the World. If she gets to the end, she's going to be able to spill it all. She's going to be like, she is worried. And like Cirie's also, her story is, I just got up off my couch to join this thing. And like, that's kind of been her like quirky thing that they've been saying.
Right.
Since her first fucking day on the show.
Right. I just stumbled upon being a very good Survivor competitor.
Jenna's focused on her story. She's like, her story this, her story that. Because at the end, everybody's telling their sob story. She doesn't really have that much of a sob story, to be honest with you. She doesn't.
No.
She's lived a life of reality TV. Playing it. She's good.
Yeah, she's
chilling. Over the last 12, 13 years.
Okay, But that's the way the show has transitioned in the latter years, where it's like, this is me,
People, it's
and this is why.
Gotta have a good story.
And this is like because they need $1 million.
It helps.
Yeah. Okay, I get
helps.
it. I get it.
Because there are sometimes people at the end of the show who, for some reason, they either choose their question or the producers choose for them. And their question is, what will you do with the money? Or like, why are you deserving of the money?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is not a fair question. I think like when we're doing it, it should be about the gameplay. And I understand that maybe you want to take into account what they do at home, but that's not what this is. This is leave home to play this game.
Yeah.
So I disagree with that. But I also think that Russell Hands should have never won Survivor, and he never did. And he didn't win, I think mostly because they
should have brought Russell back for this season.
He's probably too much of a jackass. He's probably so lost. He's so far gone. Like, come on. And he's probably doing just fine.
Well, yeah, he's got his oil money or whatever he's doing.
Oh, for sure.
His nephew is still alive?
I don't know about that.
With all of his tattoos?
Maybe, probably, but I don't know. Jenna, she tries to get Joe and Christian on board with getting Cirie out. Then we circle back to the three guys about to go on their adventure challenge for supplies, which is Ozzy, Coach, and Q. Ozzy apologizes to Coach for their issues 27 seasons ago. Coach apologizes back, saying he was a sore loser. Supposedly they bury a hatchet, whatever.
Diva, what?
It was whatever. What? It was stupid, but whatever. But no, but like what Ozzy did to him was brutal.
Was it like
he took $1 million away from him? He asked a question.
Oh.
In a like savagery way because he was salty that he got voted out.
Mm-hmm.
And it completely changed the jury.
Well, facts are facts, America.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. So the challenge that they do is they have to race out to collect bundles. First from the top of a pole, second from the top of the pole, second from in the rope circle, then finally out of the buoy. Then you got to use the bundles to craft a stick. Then you use the stick to get a key through a fence. There's only one key, so players can steal the key from other players while it's being drawn past the fence. Once it passes the fence, it's over. Whoever crossed it gets it.
This setup for this was so kind of funny to me because they're at this fence trying to get this key when it's just like, it's just walk around.
I know everybody's saying that, but you can't.
It's just part of the show.
You can't do that.
It's just part of the challenge.
So this challenge goes and Ozzy just destroys everybody. Old as
right
shit,
out of the get-go.
But does not care. Just like, and Q's younger and in shape and slimmer. And Ozzy he does that shit. It's like he's been doing American Ninja Warrior in his basement.
Something like that.
Every day.
I think he just like digs holes in sand for fun.
Yeah, but he looks like he's had a beer too. Looks like he like has beers and goes on high.
Yeah, he's
the belly's grown, but the six pack's still down there somewhere.
The belly's gotten bigger and the beard is showing some grays.
But anywho, Ozzy destroys. Then he gets to the stick making portion. He makes the longest stick he can, but the stick is so flaccid.
Weak, flaccid.
So flaccid.
Flaccid ass.
He tries for pretty much 35 minutes. Everybody else catches up to him. Nobody can get it. Everybody's getting kind of close, except, Coach doesn't really make that long of a stick. Ozzy says to Q, hey, if you knock it off, I'll let you have it. I won't even fight for it because Ozzy's weird like that.
He's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, he's all done. He's like, if you want it, you got it. I don't give a shit about supplies. And Coach chooses to keep his mouth shut because he wants to win. Rightfully so. I don't blame him. Finally, Ozzy ends up knocking the key off, and Coach just steals the key and wins it like it's nothing. Ozzy's pissed because he tried so hard. He put forth so much more effort than everybody else, supposedly, which I think he did.
Yeah, but work smarter, not harder.
Smarter, not harder. Coach apologizes to Ozzy.
Fuck you.
You think he's what?
Fuck you in the niceties. I'm annoyed by it.
Oh.
I'm annoyed by the niceties. Stop apologizing to me. Stop saying you're sorry. It's fucking
Yeah,
game.
I agree, but if it's just the game, then Ozzy can't be like pissed.
You can have your emotions, but at the same time, get over it.
Yeah, I agree. Get over it. Ozzy gives Coach a hard time for not playing clean, being a man of his word, which is bullshit. He had been a man of his word. Coach gets his pot and machete and leaves. Q and Ozzy have to stay on Exile Island for the night. Sucks. Coach returns victorious and gets a great loud welcome. They chant his name.
What's his real name?
Benjamin Wade.
Okay.
Coach.
And what sport does he coach?
No. No. The answer is no.
Okay.
Coach takes off his toe ring he's had on since 1988 and puts it on Charlie's foot.
That's so gross.
Then says he feels naked without it.
That's so gross.
He gets it back on. Coach and Chrissy get close. Back over to the Sela tribe. And Devins and Christian are two peas in a pod. Okay.
Toe rings are absolutely disgusting and diabolical and should be removed at all situations.
I don't disagree with that, but I will also say that Coach, he runs by his own book of morals.
It definitely seems evident, but my goodness, you are not a woman.
So I'm ready for another gripe.
Not that you have to be a woman.
I'm ready to gripe after you're done griping about.
Sorry, yeah, I'm going on like a nuisance. Go on.
Okay, I'm gonna gripe about Survivor real quick. So Devins literally says to Christian, "You are the one player I wanted to play with."
That's hot.
That is so hot. So when the producers are choosing who gets to be on what tribe, how come Devin gets to play with the player that he wants to play with? He just happens to be on his tribe that the producers chose for him?
It's very coincidental.
How did that happen? What are the odds of that?
It's very coincidental. I believe the odds are 1 in 24. And
I think they're higher than that.
2 in 24?
Well, no. So like there's I don't even want to sit down and do the math.
Don't do the math.
But there are 3 tribes. You can 2 out of 3 chance of being on the tribe, but then there are 8 players per tribe.
Yeah.
One of which is Devin, so there's only 23 players. It's just there's a lot of math going on to really find that out, but I think it's much higher or much more unlikely odds than just 1 out of 24.
It's fair.
I think it's
fair.
Closer to like 1 out of, I don't know, 28 or
27 billion
or 48. I mean, but yeah, so that is sus as fuck.
It is sus.
That is sus as fuck. I don't like it. Devin should like no. Why?
No.
Why are the 2 nerdy, like positive, fast talking guys happen to be chosen to be on the same tribe by the producers? Why?
So they could fast talk and
because they're excellent TV. I love watching them together.
Yeah.
I really do. They're so likable. I love Christian. I love Rick Devins. Don't like that he's on the season.
Yeah.
I like that Christian's on the season. And I don't like that they're
together.
They happen to be together. I like that they're together. I don't like that they happen to. Like, if it were random, I'd be cool with it.
Okay. But then if they went off into the forest and fucked, like, that's totally cool, too.
Totally cool. Totally cool. Go off, fuck. Go off and fuck.
I love that.
I would have loved for them to find each other post-merge.
Oh.
But the producers can't.
Like star-crossed lovers.
But the producers can't guarantee that. What they can guarantee is putting them on the same tribe at the beginning.
Oh, I think a star-crossed lover story would have been really cute.
I agree. But we're going to miss it.
Damn.
Gonna miss it, unfortunately. They agree to let Emily in as well in the group. And Devins has a great rapport with Emily, and Christian ends up also having a great rapport. They are literally 3 peas in a pod, how they operate together. And I like the only way that I would think that
well, so now we established
better setup. Go ahead.
I was gonna say now it's established like that's the voting block that's gonna determine the tribe. Those three.
Yeah, they only need one more to be half.
Right.
That's it. And I will say that so Emily, she is on season 45. Devins was on 38. Christian was on 37. And then like the only other player that I would say could fit in with that crew, with that threesome that are like even remotely like those three would maybe be Camilla might be able to fit with them. Maybe Colby, but Colby's too much of a challenge beast. Devins and maybe Chrissy could fit in with that group, I guess. But that's it. I like literally those three. Like, what are the odds of those two being on the same tribe? What are the odds of those three being on the same tribe?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
I bet you they're also in the Epstein files.
That is possible. So whatever. I like the group. I like them as a threesome. I like them as a throuple.
I'm just curious to see how that voting block is going to operate. That's really it.
I just don't like it because they're easily just going to grab Cirie, and then Cirie comes with Ozzy, and it's over. It's over. Because the other people on that crew
seems like a good strategy
are Jenna, Joe, Savannah. Jenna, Joe, and Savannah. That okay.
Sounds like my second grade class.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? We slide on over to the Vatu tribe, and Colby, Kyle, Steph, and Genevieve are an early foursome. Genevieve tries to befriend Aubrey, and things get awkward. Not sure really why, but Aubrey kind of doesn't trust her. Aubrey like sees some of her in Genevieve and doesn't like that and doesn't want to be friends with her.
I don't know.
Making enemies early. I do not see Aubrey going far.
I just thought that was dumb.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
I was like, girl, it's not technically their day one at this point, but I'm like, girl, it's like day one. Like, relax.
Yeah. Aubrey's guard is way too high. I do not see her going far. Back over to Exile Island. It's nighttime. Ozzy and Q are having bugs flying all around them in their mouth, and they're crawling all over them. Ew, gross. That's no fun.
I would leave.
Yeah, sucks to be them. You can't go. You're on an island.
No, I would literally tell the producers I'm done.
No. As they are about to leave Exile Island, one player has to take a pot and machete, but if they take the pot and machete, they sell their vote to the other player, and the other player then gets an extra vote. Ozzy says he's playing this game as Oscar. He's no longer Ozzy.
And, the fuck does that mean?
And Ozzy's a quick negotiating son of a gun. Okay? And it works out. Ozzy gets exactly what he wants. He earns the extra vote, and Q gets the supplies and loses his vote. Q gets back and he tells Kyle that he doesn't have a vote, but he doesn't tell everybody else. Vatu, he tells the people pretty much what happened, but like I said, he keeps that he lost his vote a secret, and then tells Kyle down the road. Christian uses multiple glasses then to start a fire. I love seeing that shit. That shit's always so interesting. They did do that early in the show by Yao Man. Yao Man does it. Yao Man's the man. He's so cool. He's a beast. And
power of lenses.
Power of lenses, man. And the sun. Ozzy then grabs that the fire that's made, and he, grows it, and shaboom, they got some fire. No flint needed. Devins and Cirie talk, no surprise, and he mentions that Jenna has her name out there, and she's a target. Even before one immunity challenge has even happened, which is stupid and crazy.
So aggressive.
Ozzy and Cirie link up and mention that Ozzy has the extra vote, and Cirie's like, fuck yeah. And Ozzy's like, you're my ride or die. I'm not telling nobody else.
Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah, baby. We're going to do it.
And Ozzy says that he picks Cirie to be his ride or die because he wants somebody who's more strategic to kind of float his way through. back over to Vatu, and they have a lame ass fashion show. I thought it was stupid. Thought it was a waste. Whatever.
There's a lot of filler in this episode.
Yeah. And then, however, Q comes in and with his Q skirt, I mentioned that, looking fresh. But whatever, you don't care to know what that is.
I'm like, well, girl, it's just like you're at Disneyland tying a sweatshirt around your waist.
Yeah. And then Colby decides to cut Rizzo some slack. And they have a little heart to heart. I thought that was lame. I didn't like that they got together like that.
Filler.
And I mentioned that this is like the 4th tier sesh so far. Rizzo.
Filler.
Yeah, Rizzo's like crying over his dad, and my dad's 47.
Filler.
Filler. Hate it. We slide over to Kylo, and morning yoga is going down. Jonathan brings up D as a target to Mike. Then Jonathan connects with Chrissy and Coach. Tiff, D, and Camilla get together and seem to be getting along just fine. Little women's alliance, but I feel like 3 is not a majority.
I feel like trying to make enemies this early on in your own tribe is you're just asking to get voted off.
I feel like in Jenna's case, yes. In
even in Jonathan's case.
In Jonathan's case, I don't know. I just think that he's such a challenge beast that, and like Mike's on that. Like Mike wants to be carried, so he wants Jonathan.
He wants to physically be carried by Jonathan. Girl, but like, who wouldn't?
You would.
Carry me, Superman.
They get to the first immunity challenge. And what you got to do is you got to race up a ramp, then crawl through a muddy net tunnel. 2 players roll a big metal cage filled with coconuts. Once the coconuts are in their place, somebody jumps in and gets all those coconuts out. Then one tribe member tosses coconuts into a net until it raises and drops a crate. Until it drops a crate, which has a rope in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to use the rope to drop a ramp by making the rope land in the fork lever. Finally, you got to climb to the top of the platform up the ramp and complete a season 50 survivor puzzle. First 2 tribes to finish get immunity. First tribe to finish gets a survivor fishing kit. Second tribe gets a smaller fishing kit. Losers go to tribal. What do you think? Good challenge? Bad challenge?
Classic survivor, multiple layers, multiple steps. Anybody can fuck it up along the way.
And people get muddy.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Here we go.
Fun. Only things that I really noted early was that Cirie struggling on tossing the rope phase, putting her tribe in dead last. And then climbing up the final ramp, Kyle injures his ankle.
Yeah, poor Kyle.
And the challenge pauses, and in comes medical. Kyle is good enough to finish the challenge, and he says that his tribe will figure it out. And just real quick before I get back in, so I saw something online that supposedly said that Kyle actually climbed up first, and Colby had a hard time climbing the ramp. And Kyle got back down to help Colby get up. And this was Kyle's second time attempting to get up.
And that's when he hurt himself? Sure. I don't understand why they would change the edit.
Perhaps not to paint Colby in a certain way.
Okay.
Perhaps just to save time and just cut it in a way that looks a certain
more
way.
Cohesive or something? I don't know.
But supposedly that's what happened. And also supposedly Cirie took way longer than they made it seem throwing that thing.
I can understand that.
Super fucking long time. Supposedly. We resume the challenge and Q lifts Kyle up. He gets up there and
he gets up there.
Cirie finally makes her lasso with the rope and pulls that lever down. Kylo holds the lead and they win. Vatu gets second place. Sela to tribal. Then I just wrote Cirie on the hot seat. Back to Sela tribe and they all rinse off the mud. Cerie's feeling defeated and hates that she let the tribe down. How could you not?
I'm just so sad. I
Okay.
tried my best.
Oh, yeah. Jenna then pushes Cirie to Savannah. Christian says Jenna is playing too hard too fast. No shit. Ozzy backs Cirie, doesn't hesitate. Joe feels weird about Ozzy's vibe and how he just quickly went to Cirie's, side really quick. And he fucking should. He fucking should, because he's on the outs. He doesn't have he doesn't have somebody.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not going to get too far into that, whatever. Cirie, Ozzy, Jenna, those are kind of the names that are being floated at this time. Tribal comes. Jenna paints the picture of season 1 of the tribal. She talks about ringing a gong. She says it was much smaller. She says that everything, like, this is much bigger and much more beautiful this season, blah, 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 blah. Of course, there's a ton more production, Jenna. It's been 25 years.
This show has hundreds of millions of more dollars.
Unbelievable. And they do it on the same island for every year now. So
right.
You don't have to move things.
It's just a mix and match of challenges.
Yeah. Joe looks paranoid as all hell. I wrote he doesn't stand a chance this season. He is far out of his league.
No way.
He just looks he's done. I'm sorry, Joe.
Kind of crazy a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He is crazy. But he's super nice. Like he that's why he came back. He was just so likable in his season.
Just and he was recent. Guy. Okay.
He shouldn't be here. I'm sorry, Joe. Sorry, bub. Jeff puts Cirie on the hot seat for being the probable reason that they lost that challenge.
Loser.
I said Jeff's doing a great job of kind of like touching everybody on the tribe. I feel like he asks everybody something and like gives them time to speak. And I just wanted to note, good job, Jeff.
It's like you've been doing this for 25 years. Doing it
for a while, but there are times where I feel like he doesn't in the last season.
I feel like he definitely picks his favorites.
Oh yeah,
and he'll never announce them, but it's clear to the audience who are his favorites.
Jeff loves Rick Devin. Oh, you're gonna see. I promise. Keep your eyes out. So it's time to vote.
He also really likes Coach.
Oh yeah, loves Coach.
Yeah, is borderline obsessed.
Yeah. Time to vote. Cirie gets 1 vote. Jenna gets 5. Later, girl.
Peace.
Ozzy gets up to hug Jenna goodbye, and she says, "No, thank you."
She says, "Don't fucking touch me."
Bye, Jenna.
Don't fucking say you're sorry.
Grab your torches and head back to camp.
Don't put my name on that slat and tell me you're fucking sorry.
Oh yeah. Back at Vaatu, Kyle is feeling positive, and he feels like he's moving better. Genevieve and Steph are walking around searching for idols, and Genevieve finds one. Holy shit. Steph tosses it into Genevieve's backpack. It's the Billie Eilish idol. Crazy.
Oh my God.
I can't believe 80% of fans voted for idols. Bullshit.
I walked out of my living room.
I bet 99% of the fans voted for idols. Come on now.
I walked out of my living room when they called it the Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol. I was like, this is fucking what?
Yeah, it's stupid.
At least have Billie come out on the fucking island.
She might. It's the Boomerang Idol. Whoever she gives this to, if they get voted out with it in their pocket, then the idol comes back. So Genevieve says maybe Jonathan, maybe Ozzy, maybe Rick Devins.
And did Billie pay to get her name on an idol?
I don't know if she paid. They might have wanted her to attract young players to the show.
So what? The Survivor can be like, tune in to the first episode and see the Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol in action.
It was part of the. It was in the promos for it. It was in the promos. This is not a surprise to me like it was to you. I'm sorry. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be at least 1 or 2 more times where you're going to be upset with what you see.
I know there's going to be a Mr. Beast moment that I'm going to hate.
And there's going to be something with maybe Zach Brown Band or something. Or another band kind of like them. Anyway. Genevieve decides on Ozzy.
Ooh, if it's Morgan Wallen.
It's not going to be.
I might leave. I might unsubscribe.
She decides on Ozzy to get that Boomerang idol. Over to Sela, and Ozzy is providing food for his tribe. He then notices there's something in his bag, and it's an idol. A boat comes up. One person must get on and go on a journey. Colby, Savannah, and Mike go on the journey. Colby doesn't really want to go on the journey, but he kind of will. Savannah wants to go. Mike wants to go. Only 2 players get to play this and this challenge. So they draw rocks and Mike loses, which I thought was kind of weird that they brought somebody on to just send him back.
So I didn't understand that either.
But whatever. It's Colby versus Savannah. And like, I almost got the vibe when Mike was just kind of like, oh no, I don't get to play. The way he said it, I was like, this seems predetermined. Like, Mike, you didn't really want to play, and everybody would rather see Savannah go at Colby.
I didn't necessarily think that initially, but now that you say that, yeah, I see it.
It's exactly how I felt. That way, Mike gets to go vacation.
Love it.
You know?
Love.
They probably put him on the vote, and they were like, he's probably like, give me the scenic tour.
I don't know where the newest White Lotus season's going to be.
Part of me thinks maybe Prague. I feel like I saw online that it was going
to be like Europe.
Should I look it up real quick? You curious?
Just a quick Google. ¿Dónde está Lotus de Blancos?
France.
Yeah,
Chateau.
Ooh, that'd be cute.
Chateau.
Chateau du Mois.
Chateau. So Colby versus Savannah. 1 player at a time must place a piece on a structure. First player to break the structure loses their vote. Other player gets to keep their vote. At the moment, there is no other benefit. I wrote it was kind of a boring challenge, but at least it was mentally challenging and not a physical challenge where Colby could just like physically. But Savannah's a challenge piece too, but just in a different way. Savannah has the idea to make the structure as wide as possible, and that way, because Colby's taller, Colby then has the idea to make it as tall as possible. But Colby is stupid for thinking like that. He should have just played to stay in, and eventually it'll get tall enough for Savannah to lose rather than trying to speed up the process. And Savannah wins. Colby loses. Savannah keeps her vote. Colby loses his. Savannah earns a dynamic challenge later. She gets a secret block of vote.
There's so many like little moving parts now.
I will say I like all the idols so far. I like every single one. I don't like that one is called the Billie Eilish Boomerang idol. Don't like that.
Just cheap. It just feels like it cheapens the whole thing.
I like all the moving parts. I think that is an important part of Survivor.
Well, I've never witnessed a season where it's like you get 2 votes, you get blocked a vote, and like I've never.
There was a season where Cirie got voted out, or she had to leave the tribe, but didn't receive any votes. Everybody else had idols.
Oh, that sucks.
Or had immunity.
Wow, that fucking sucked.
She had to go home. Nobody voted for her, but she had to go home.
Right.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Back at Kahlo, and Mike puts Coach on blast in front of everyone because Colby at the when they got together before Mike just left, he mentioned how Coach won that challenge according to Ozzy. And Mike literally does put him on blast and kind of, I feel like he kind of hurts Coach's integrity here.
A little bit. You're a hippopotamus, hypocritical octopus.
Yeah. And Coach honestly clears it up, and I think like he didn't lie at all. I think Coach was clean, and I think Ozzy was just pissy. Coach then quotes MLK, which I thought was an interesting thing to do.
Thanks, Coach.
And then he does warrior poses by the ocean.
Dude's a freak.
In jeans, no shirt.
Dude's an absolute freak.
And then back at Vaatu, Colby says he lost his vote. Over to Sela, Savannah tells the story and says she won, so she got to keep her vote, and that's it. Devins tells the entire group she for sure got an advantage, which she did. And I mean, how would Devins know that? Huh? No, he just knows the game. He's just a game player. Back to Vatu, and here comes Jeff with the medical team. Bro. To check in on Kyle.
Which they taped his ankle like all the way up to his fucking knee. Did you notice that when he first walked out with the tape?
He's out in the woods. He's out. Like they gotta.
I was just like, if it's your ankle, why are we taping up to the knee? That's why I was like, there's something more here, or
well, it's the entire Achilles, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Pretty much, Kyle needs to quit in order for him to properly heal. Kyle says his goodbye, and boom, 2 players gone in 1 episode.
Au revoir, Kyle.
Season 50 is off. We're on it. It's underway.
It's happening.
And I'm excited, man. I really am. I'm enjoying this season so far. I thought that the first episode was better than I anticipated. I kind of thought it would be worse, possibly even more produced. My gripes I stand strong with. I am not happy with a lot of it, but we'll just see how it plays out. And if Rick Devens gets super far or somehow wins, that would be bullshit.
Then you know it's rigged.
That would be absolute utter bullshit. I don't think it'll happen though. I really don't. I have no idea who's gonna win though, but I'm excited.
Neither do I.
I'm very excited. I'm enjoying it. And I will go ahead and say on a positive note for Kyle, now that the first episode came out, I did see, I don't know if it was an Instagram reel or a TikTok of his progress since then, and he went through hell to repair his fucking Achilles.
Oh,
he went through fucking hell, bro.
Tearing your Achilles or any type of reconstruction of the Achilles is a brutal recovery process.
Dude,
it is months and months.
God that they forced him out.
Yeah. It's crazy. I knew a kid who blew out his Achilles playing basketball.
Yeah.
And it took him like 6 months to recover.
Kyle literally was ready to be like, let me keep playing. I don't care. He's like, what really could happen? Seriously, who cares?
I got 2 Achilles. I don't need it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the end of it, you guys. Sofa Survivors. I enjoyed it. I look forward to the next episode and seeing how it all shakes out. Fingers crossed. Anything else for the people, Mike?
No.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Y'all rock.
Amazing. Okay, bye, listener. Love y'all.
Peace.